So this is my current office. I have the cyberpunk setup. I love the little courtyard out here with the cherry blossoms. Cute little bathroom. Little upstairs home cinema. And the bedroom. Don't ask me why I kept that, but it came with the house. Then my closet with mirror. Storage, organization, decor. And then across this way is my office. I tried to keep it in the cyberpunk theme with adding my own little flair to it. So, the idea here, let's go to the browser. I have a house I'm working on, but I'll leave that one for later. That one's too small. Let's do this one. And you're going to, yes, I was giving you a digital game house tour. But what I'm going to do is, good night. Oh, I have been. We're going to buy this one, and we're going to clean it up. And we're going to try and turn it around for sale. How's that sound, everybody? Something a little goofy, a little fun. Yes, I know about... Do you know how many... Okay. First things first, get rid of all the old crap. Like, I even... Just clean it all up. Oh, wow. That's dirty. Why is it saying there's dirt here? I don't know what it was, but it's gone now. So you have an array of tools. I can have the fun one, but this one's expensive to use. It burns up the grass, too. But it burns up all the trash. Like, it burns even those things, which means I can't sell them. Which is why I don't use it. I mean, it's kind of fun to goof off with, but it's not something I'm going to use very much. Yes, exactly. So what we do is we clean up everything. And I know that this part is kind of boring, but I'm pretty quick at getting everything cleaned up. I also learned a little trick on cleaning up messes inside with the hose from the outside. It's kind of funny. So, we are going to take this down to bare bones. Not that. I don't like keeping the windows they give. And horizontal radiators suck, in my personal opinion, for space. So I do away with a whole lot. Like, when I say take it down to the bare bones, I take it down to the bare bones. Okay. And what I'm doing right now is just getting rid of trash. Now I have to sell all this tedious stuff. Oh, we even get to repair something, which isn't something that happens very often. But I also particularly dislike having to repair things because the clipping on this game means I can't put things too close to this corner because this gets in the way. Yeah, if only all house repairs were this freaking easy, right? Hey, oh. I'm normally, faster about this. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I played this a time or two. There's that. This needs repaired. I know this probably wasn't exactly what you guys were thinking of, but oh no, this is how you know you got it right. You can taste it. You got to get that true DIY experience. Let's see, we're clean there. Man, there are so many outlets to fix in this one. Right? I love how the colors of the wires are absolutely wrong for American housing. I don't know about European, which the developers of this game are European, but I know in America those colors are absolutely wrong. It's black, red, white. The only time you get colors like those is when you're dealing with phone line. Oh. And I am like pretty high up in this. So I've got things open to me that I don't have everything open to me. But I've got quite a bit. Mostly I sell the windows because I hate cleaning them. I knew I missed something. Come on. Zippity zap zap. Ugh. Okay. So all of that, got it. All right. So now we have to plaster walls because that's what you do in a flooded house. This is absolutely what you don't do. You literally replace all of this. You cut it out and replace it all. You don't plaster over the top of it. That's how you get mold sitting inside your friggin' house that you can't see, but it's making you sick. Like, people don't realize how bad mold can be. I mean, it's its own phylum in the, when you play animal, vegetable, or mineral, you always forget that fungus are its own thing. It's not a plant. It's its own. Oh, I missed this. Yeah, I picked the friggin' probably worst one to do for trying to speed run it. At least it goes quick. Even though I'm probably going to end up busting down some walls. Big zap energy. But I found out a long time ago, if you have to plaster, don't bust down the walls until you plastered, because then the new walls, unless they fix that in a patch, but the new walls used to be, have issues with it. Like it wouldn't 100% clean it, so you'd lose value on reselling the home. Just little stuff I learned over my few hundred hours playing this. I don't even know which playthrough I'm on, like how many times I've played through this game. I even bought the $15 million mansion castle thing and completely redecorated it, which, that's a chore. Yeah, I mean, this is just, it bothers me as a former Washingtonian seeing somebody just slather plaster over all this mold and water damage, because that's how you kill people. And I mean, that's literally how you cause sick home syndrome. Because the mold spores dig inside and they slowly make everybody sick. And you'll get weird cases of pneumonia or respiratory diseases. You'll get all sorts of stuff, which is just not good. And causes a whole lot of problems. Like, there was actually this couple that ended up dying because their mansion killed them. Because it was built and was wrapped, but they didn't. In real life, how long would it take you? Oh, you're talking 6 to 7 months, because you have to make sure that you got everything dry. You would have to ensure that, yeah, I didn't do this room. All of this work here that you're doing, you would have, it would probably take, well, with the floor plan. Hi, Darkwood system. How's it going? I'm glad to see you. You would happen to show up on the one day I'm just goofing and playing House Flipper. Oh, I'm doing good. I'm having fun. I did a demo and I hadn't really thought of anything else to play. And we couldn't decide, so I just booted up. Ah, okay. So you know that this isn't my usual. Got it. No, I'm just decided to throw up House Flipper and try and do. Oh, I love this game. I absolutely love this game. I've got so many hours. Hi, every pony. I've got so many hours into this. I love this game. I didn't mean to switch. Okay, so this was the dining room, kitchen. I am a big fan of the flow through dining room kitchen. Oh, your laptop barely runs this. And like I was explaining to people before, the reason why I normally fix all the walls is because I used to have an issue, even if I'd knock it down. Oh, 7 years old? Hey, that's a trooper. It's still going good. Let's see. Okay. Ash, remember, if they want to show up, they'll show up. Don't always have to invite people. I do appreciate it. Let's leave this doorway, but I'm going to drop this one. No such thing in House Flipper. I can knock down every wall inside, and it's funny when you do that. Over here, I missed one. Yeah, I've literally knocked down everything on the inside. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a barrier wall. Come on, quit over scrolling. So it actually separates it out as two rooms. Put a kitchen this way and have the dining living room here and have the two bedrooms. So I want to delete that because I'm going to do a master bedroom with its own bathroom. And I want to put a door here. So what door do we want to go to the backyard? Just a regular no frills door. Let's see. Let's do the abstracto in a cream. Darkened glass. One house with no walls. I have done that. Other than a bathroom, and it was one of the lofts that you can buy. So I did abstracto with cream. I have to move this. I can't just... Let's put it up high in the bathroom. Just to mess with people. Yes. Yes, exactly. I mean, there is some goofy things that can happen with this game. And I love it. So, 5. Go about there. Three and 1. That's right, I'm still upgrading things. There we go. So we got space. Too much space. And this is why you always check, people. So that'll be the master bathroom. Little toilet cubby, I guess. That should work. Yeah. So how are we gonna decorate this? Oh yeah, I should probably put the front door back on. Store. Still indoors. How about this one? No, it's too wood. I want something that's going to be a little more fitting with the back door. Isn't that in a 1.5? Yep. Go with this. So do we want to go classic or crazy? Well, I'm glad it's relaxing. So we're going to try and go with a classic. All right, we got classic. So we're going to go with a classic, more upbeat. Yeah, I didn't think it would let me put it there. Dag nabbit, because of the stupid what hole in the wall? See, this is what I mean. Yeah, outvoted. So if we have to go with classic and I have to have a smaller door, where is it? I guess we'll go with something like this. We did a cream, so beech is kind of a cream. But you want to contrast a bit, so natural oak. So beech and natural oak, we have to remember that. And orange curtains? No. Crosseri. Do we have a floral pattern? Pastel rose, white, gray, black, bluish pink. All right, well, that kind of works. It's both classic and a little wild. Darkwood, we're going to give you this. Light bluish, and we go with the cream again. And a dark gray. There we go. And I hate how the doors are. Yeah, I did it wrong. Luckily, it keeps all the details. This way. There we go. Oh yeah, and it was telling me I needed plaster. See, and this is what happens is that you just end up. This is one of the houses that bugged the crap out of me. Like, I thought I did everything. It looked like it was done, and then it says it's not. And you also have to plaster the outside, which makes no sense if you know anything about taking care of your house. Like, this doesn't make any sense to plaster everything. Like, you would just remove those panels, take it down to the basics. Right? Well, technically it does. It magically becomes a doorway. You could always hang a door there. Make sure. Okay. So we got that. And we're going to do another Abstracto cream with the dark. No, we're going to go clear glass here for the kitchen door. Now, did I do that? Yes, I did. So it's like a kitchen door. But we also have this open area here. Open door plan. Yes. So we've got an entryway to here. Let's see. We're going classic. No, not walls, floor. And we want some classic tile. Or not tile, but panel. And we want kind of a creamy wood. But not too rustic looking. There we go. And this is actually going to be kind of a dining area. So let's do it that way. Then we're going to have like a living room area. So we go to coverings. I want a carpet. If we do too much beige, it's going to be too beige. We did blue. Is this blue gonna match? No, it needs to be the lighter blue. Definitely closer, at least. You know, you gotta try and match things, right? French twin door for the bathroom? I can do that. Even though technically this is glass mirror. Let's do a little freaky on it. What was it? Beach and oak, right? And cream. Now, what's kind of interesting is if you think about this in real life, it'll actually make this hallway look a lot bigger than it really is by using the mirror. How's that work, Green Jeans? Is that okay? Kind of thought you'd approve. Now we're going for interior door. More traditional. Beach and oak. That's not a cool oak. Wasn't a pale oak, wasn't it? Was it pale oak? That doesn't look right. No, it was just normal oak, wasn't it? Natural oak. That's the right one. Go with that. I can't remember which way these are supposed to go. I feel like I'm doing it backwards. But in real life, those would open inwards, and you always want your bedroom doors to open inwards, if I remember correctly. So, doing pretty good here. Let's see. We want windows in the bedrooms. And I've got a lot of choices. Like this is too abstractional for what we're going for. I think this works. And since we need smaller windows, 150 by 150 I think is a good number. Not 100 by 150. So we go with the beach. You know, inverted of the doors. And natural oak. Beach again. Primary color. Oh, it's the windowsill. No, we want natural oak for that. And cream accents. And how it got so wonky, I don't know. So, let's see. Go like that. And I generally put more windows in than when you started. Because I'm a big fan of light. And since I'm kind of speed running this, I'm not doing as crazy as I normally would with some of this stuff. And they can't go, yeah, that's not going to work. There we go. I don't think there's a good spot to do one there, so that bathroom is not going to have a window, but this one can. For all your ventilation needs. And we'll see if I can put one here. Yes, I can. Now I want to make sure. Okay, cool. See, that's going to look nice. So we're doing good so far. And because this is the kitchen, I'm not going to put one on that wall. right there, because you want to be able to have your, I should probably put the window actually in. You want to be able to put your, see, I like putting the sink underneath a window, but I like having the stove on the opposite wall. You know, like when you're cooking and cleaning, you want to be able to do that. I'm thinking about putting the refrigerator here, sink, corner cabinet, stove with a bar out. So it's like an eat-in kitchen, but you have like a little dining space here that leads into the actual living room, making better use of the space while still giving you two full bedrooms, one complete with a master bath. If you know what I mean. I think that's going to work out quite nicely. So since we have bedrooms, let's go with the different green, the teal green. Teal blue, teal green, however you want to look at it. Carpeting in here for the non-master. And for the master, no, we want something completely different. Let's go with, I try. Beige gray. I think that'll work. But what I'm going to do here, let's go back, go to this. Did I put that in the bathroom? I did not. I meant to. So we're going this way. That's why I don't use the light. Okay. So since we don't have a light, or we don't have natural light in the bathroom, so we're going to use some tiles. And let's see. We've got kind of a gray thing going on in here, but I want a brighter tile. Let's go with sky blue. You know, you're getting to see my style here. Because I like having fun with it. Now in House Flipper 2, I could get a lot more funky with this. And we got that, and I want to finish this wall. So what we're going to do here, walls, paint, gradient set, and we're going to try and balance it out with a very light beige to warm it up because blue is so cold. You know, I almost think I need, let's do those. Let's see. Okay, it's two more. To kind of even out this side with that side. Because I'm going to put a shower cabinet and the toilet there, sink and laundry over here. What do we think? Did I do good, or was that a bad idea? Oh, there's one more thing I want to do. Let's go back to walls, paint. We'll go back to this, do a grayscale crystal. Time check? Is it that time already? I still got 20. See, and what this is doing is changing the temperature of the colors. So it's not so white. This actually adds like a little bit of a blue component to it, which actually makes it nicer to look. I'm an idiot and blocked my doorway. Right. Yeah, I know. I've got 20 minutes still before I generally put it up. So what we do now, wrong tab, lights, want ceiling. But since it's the bathroom, I don't want super bright lights. And they have the perfect lighting for a bathroom with these little minis. And I like doing a diamond pattern like this. I'm an idiot. Light switches. Let's do the filigreed one. Metal, light. A little bit of a beige. Boom. Turn the lights on. You have nice dispersal of lighting. See how that works? See how it's kind of bright and clean? But then you warm up on this side with the lighting? They're all super even. Yeah, it's totally even. Come on, man. You got to battle your OCD somehow. Actually, I did not a bad job for speed running it, though. So, what we do here, because we're going for more of a traditional, let's go with the timber brown. And I really wish, in real life, this stuff was this easy. There's that. And there's that. Now what we do is we go back to walls, paint, gradient set, orange gradient, but we're going to go with a slight difference in color. I mean, we're going to be basic here. We're just... I try. I do try to do awesome. But it also shows how much I've played this game. No, I want to use crystal inside the window. Well, now, this actually has nothing to do with in the game. But using that crystal in the window well, actually, in real life, would help bring more natural light into the room because of reflection. Why is there a slight difference? Whatever. The game has quirks. Still to this day. See how that sandy color is warming up the rest of the room? While not being too orangey. At least that's the idea here. Then you have the nice white accent wall for the light to reflect off of. And the reason why I do every little bit like this is because the way the game scores is by how much money you can sell the place for. So, and since this is a smaller hallway, we're going to go with the crystal again to help widen out the rest. Like, it's all mental tricks. Like, almost all painting. There's a reason why most apartments and rentals use white on the walls. It's because it makes it look bigger. You know you're in a posh place when they don't use white on the walls. You know, when they feel like they can afford to use something other than white. Because they want to have, yeah, that bluish white really does make a difference in my opinion. But, go here. Golf clap. Why am I getting a golf clap? Explain thyself. Ah, okay. I normally use golf clap sarcastically. So that's why I was confused. Let's do that. We've got it wrapped to the inside. And then I want to do this wall. Yeah, I got tomorrow night. But tomorrow night we play Inscription. And here. Boom. Now, I am going to go with a slightly darker. Yes, an ass clap would be inappropriate, Ninetales. You are learning. Chocolate pudding, which doesn't really look much like chocolate pudding to me. Yeah, that, on the wall it does. But I'm using a darker one. Oh, come on. I need to adjust that little bit. And I need crystal. Again, you know, just using that in the window wells to help color the light that comes in. You know, it's kind of funny that a lot of people don't really understand how all of this works. And yeah, you know, in the game it doesn't really matter. But I've done my fair share of random jobs. So this is actually fairly normal for me. I've also looked at plenty of houses that didn't know what they were doing. And because this is a kitchen, again, we'll be using the crystal on the ceiling. Because you want a nice, good color, bright kitchen to reflect the lights off of so you can see better. But since it's a kitchen, we also want a good backsplash or tiling. And we want it to be a little fancier than, and distinct from the one that's in the bathroom. Let's see. I think that orange is going to be too dark. I want, yes, more of a cream. What do you think? Is that going to make it good? Is my sense of style atrocious, or is it working? I think it's working, even though you guys aren't responding. Go with this one. Now remember, the reason why I'm doing this is because it's a living room. And it's more meant to feel cozy. No. Okay. Sometimes it'll go through frickin' walls and stuff, and it really irritates. So yeah, we're good. Dang, this is actually coming together really nicely. Put you here. I said put you down. So, kitchen. Let's see. Standing cabinets, island. I don't want a deep one. Let's go. Let's see. What do I feel like using? Because there's a snowman island. That's too dark. I honestly think snowman's going to work. Let's go with proper wood. Let me guess, you're not going to have the proper wood that I want to use. So, custom, do you have the proper one? You have oak and beech. Let's swap those. And then have the beech and do a beige because you don't have a good cream. But we have a cream for the countertop. How's that going to look in the kitchen? That's going to work. All right. Which is custom wooden. So we want a corner piece. This one. And it was beech, oak, beech. No. Oak. beige, cream? That doesn't look right. Good night, gossip. I will see you tomorrow night. No, but that'll work. Oh my god, it's that stupid. Well, I'll do the best I can. All right, you have a good morning shift. I will probably halt here shortly. Oak, oak. Not cedar, oak. Beech. One off. Beige. No, not beige. No. Dark gray. Let's just take you back to black. Creme. Sink. Beige. Beige. More of a brass look. Yeah, that'll work. And yes, I know it's going to stick out from the wall, but there's not much I can do about that. If I remember right, unless I passed it, I did pass it. There's also a custom refrigerator, but they're not showing it. Okay. But we need this. Oak, no. Beech. Oak. Oak. Beech. Nah, that needs to be oak. Next one needs to be beech. Yes. Leave that one the same. Cream. Beige. Beige? No. Dark gray. Leave that black. Why? Oh, another one. Okay, well, I'm not going to be able to do it the way I want to. Do we have a shorter... Beech. Beige. Keep the rest. There. We already have a dishwasher. So just a regular cupboard. I can do an end cupboard, but I don't like that. Yeah, no. Let's do something a little goofy. Yeah, that should work. Wait, doesn't it have a normal island? Hanging. Really? You have a peninsula, but you don't have an actual island. So, we make do. Oh. And now we use the peninsula. Is it the right one? Yes. Beech, oak, beige, cream. Yeah, I know. I just wanted to finish the kitchen real quick. Now I need a refrigerator. You are correct to remind me. Let's go with a Classica. Light brown. There we go. Go back here. And we go with a small one. Not that. Beach, oak, beige, cream. There. I mean, I'm not going to do the hanging cabinetry and everything. That'll take too long.